How did Botswana go from being one of the world's poorest countries to one of the most stable and prosperous in all of Africa? Well, it all started in 1966 when Botswana achieved independence from Great Britain. Seretse Khama then became the country's first democratically elected president, and he had quite the task on his hands. This new nation he was set to lead was landlocked, sparsely populated, and the existing natural resources would require a great deal of infrastructure to extract. Only 100 people in the whole country had the equivalent of a high school education. And on top of that, Botswana's most prominent neighbors were still under the strict racial segregation of an apartheid regime. And their leaders didn't look kindly on a black man who was now president of his own country, not to mention the fact that he was in an interracial marriage. As you can see, Seretse Khama truly had all the odds stacked against him, and he still managed to lead his country to be the prosperous and peaceful place it is today. After independence, Botswana still had close ties to Great Britain, and Khama maintained the careful balance of remaining a fully independent nation, but still accepting a fair bit of assistance from outside forces, which he then used to invest in the people of Botswana. Infrastructure, healthcare, and education all rapidly expanded, and for the next few decades, Botswana had one of the fastest growing economies in the world. After being democratically re-elected 3 different times, Seretse Khama unfortunately passed away in 1980, but his vice president took power and continued to steer the country in a positive direction. Today, the people of Botswana continue to enjoy a stable democracy with some of the lowest levels of crime and corruption in all of Africa. Now, Botswana still has its fair share of problems, such as an overdependence on mining and having the 3rd highest rates of HIV in the world. But with its long history of success and progress, I think it's fair to say that Botswana has a great chance of continuing to improve and finding solutions for these problems.